Good morning, everyone. Welcome to class 11th economic session, chapter elasticity of demand, and the unit we are doing unit 2, consumers behavior and demand. Yesterday we did some questions based on elasticity of demand. We did that what are the factors that can affect the elasticity of demand of a commodity, and also we covered what are the various types or what are the various degrees of ED, right? Degrees of ED, अलग-अलग तरह के degrees of ED also. These two questions we had done yesterday, but I think some people have some doubts. So I'm going to recapitulate these two questions once again today in today's class, where I'll tell you that what are the various kinds of ED in detail again, and also what are the factors that affect the elasticity of demand of a commodity, that too in detail. So I'm going to do the screen sharing, which is of this chapter only. So here is a screen, as you can see. Already I told you the meaning of elasticity of demand in two classes, so I'm not taking that up again. But I want to ask this from someone. Neelima, what is meant by elasticity of demand?
So elasticity of demand refers to the percentage change in price with respect to percentage change in demand.
Percentage change in demand with respect to percentage change in price. What is the resultant change in demand due to the change in price of a commodity? That is the elasticity or price elasticity of demand. If we talk about its degrees, that how many types of price elasticity of demands are there, so we have studied that there are 5 degrees of elasticities of demand, which means if there is a change in price or slight change in price, then the demand may respond. The degree of responsiveness of demand may be of 5 types, right? The demand may respond for the 5 types. Can anybody tell me what are these 5 types by which the demand may respond to the change in price? Darshika, you are going to tell me the names that how the demand may respond. You can speak, Darshika.
So first is perfectly elastic demand,
Okay.
in which there is infinity change in demand due to change in other factors except price. Second is perfectly inelastic demand, when there is not change in demand. Third is highly elastic demand, when the percentage of change in demand is higher than the percentage change in price. Fourth one is less elastic demand, when percentage change in the demand is less than the percentage change in price. And last one is unitary elastic demand.
So ultimately, we simply say that the demand may respond in 5 ways to a change in price. If price changes, the demand may respond in 5 ways, right? These 5 ways are like ED is equals to 1. Namish, I'm saying ED equals to 1. Can you name this change?
Unitary elastic demand.
Unitary elastic demand. Perfect. If I say ED more than 1, Namish, if I say more than 1,
Highly elastic.
highly elastic demand. Perfect. So we'll
Less
simply
than one,
say
less elastic,
that
and
we'll simply say that ED equals to 1 is unitary elastic. ED more than 1 means elasticity of demand is more than 1, that is highly elastic. ED less than 1. ED less than 1. I'll go to Dhruv Gupta. Dhruv, I'm unmuting you, Dhruv. You have to speak. ED less than 1. What will happen to it?
Elastic demand.
Sir, less elastic demand.
Okay, less elastic demand. So ED less than 1 is less elastic demand. Tell me what will happen if I say ED is equals to 0? ED is equals to 0. Siddhi.
So when ED is equal to 0, then it is perfectly in elastic demand, where there
It
is
is perfectly in elastic demand, which means there is not at all change in demand. Perfect. And last, if I tell about ED is equals to infinity. ED is equals to infinity. Kanishka. ED is equals to infinity. बोलिए कनिष्का. Dhruv Bansal.
Sir, it will be perfectly elastic demand.
Perfectly elastic demand. That means there will be a perfectly elasticity in the demand for this. All right. So I think if any question comes into exam, what are the various degrees of elasticities of demand? You can simply say degrees of elasticity of demand means demand responsiveness. How demand is going to respond with the change in price. So I have already told you that demand may respond in 5 ways. What are these 5 ways by which the demand may respond? First is ED is equals to 1. ED is equals to 1 means is unit elastic demand. Unit elastic demand means the percentage change in demand will be equals to percentage change in price. It means that the percentage the price is changing, the demand will also respond in the same percentage. If I talk about ED more than 1, ED more than 1 means highly elastic demand, or we call more than unitary elastic demand, which means the percentage change in demand is more than the percentage change in price. It means if there is a 10% change in price, then definitely demand will be changing by more than 10%. So highly elastic demand. Then less elastic demand, that is ED less than 1, or we call it less than unitary elastic demand. What will happen here? If price is changing by 10%, then definitely demand will respond by change in less than 10%. So that is less elastic demand, or less than unitary elastic demand, right? We have ED is equals to 0, which means the change in demand is equals to 0. It means there is no change in demand at all. That is perfectly in elastic demand, which means बिल्कुल भी change नहीं हो रहा demand. All right. Last is perfectly elastic demand. That is ED is equals to infinitely. Now, I would like to ask you one question from you. One question, that is, when there will be situation of ED is equals to 0. Please raise your hands. In which situation there will be ED is equals to 0? Harshita. Okay, Harshita, speak.
So perfectly inelastic demand.
Okay, ED equals to 0 is perfectly inelastic demand. But can you tell me in which case this situation may persist?
So when there is no change in the demand with the change in price.
Any example? In which case there would be no change in demand with respect to change in price?
Certain necessities of our life.
Okay, necessities of life will result into this. Perfect. Anyone else would like to tell me? Khushi Arya.
Yes, sir, perfectly in elastic demand.
Okay.
So, when there is no change in the demand, and its example is our habitual necessity.
Okay. Habitual necessity, medicine, basic necessities, which are basically in need for me, and I cannot resist, or I can't live without that. So definitely
Yes, sir.
in that case, even if there is a change in price, I would like to buy that commodity. So elasticity is almost nil. Perfect. Okay, tell me the examples for perfectly elastic demand. ED equals to infinity. That is without change in price even without change in price, the demand changes suddenly or infinitely. Please raise your hands for this question. Without change in price, the demand changes infinitely. Archie Verma. Archie Verma. Sorry, what you said? Why were you absent from 2-3 days? Shali, are you listening? Okay, I'll go to Darshika. Darshika, you are going to tell me that what are the examples for perfectly elastic demand. Tell me, Darshika. You can speak.
Yes, sir. Sir, we can take example of taste and preferences. When we do not like a commodity, we shift to another commodity, so the demand changes.
Can we take the example of fashion goods, trends, which are trend which is going on in the market? Because if there is a trend of a particular thing, if there is a fashion of a particular brand of a particular product, in spite of its price may not fall, but definitely I'll shift my demand, I'll change my demand, I'll move for that demand, right? So trend may work in this situation. Perfect. So I hope this is clear to all. Now please have a look on these degrees once again. First, that is perfectly elastic demand. We'll simply say without change in price, there is infinity or infinite change in demand of a commodity. So can you see this diagram? In the diagram, it is clearly mentioned that the price is same. Give a point. The price is same. This price is same, and ultimately at the same price, the demand is changing. At the same price, the demand is changing. Earlier, demand was Q1, then demand came to Q, right? And then demand have become Q2. New demand has also arisen, even at the same price. That means this is the demand curve here. Yeah. Can you see this? I'm moving this curve. This is the demand curve here in this case. Why? Because ultimately there is infinite change in demand even without change in price. Now move towards the second. If I move towards the second point, we'll go for okay. The next is perfectly inelastic demand. Now, perfectly inelastic demand. Now, this is the perfectly inelastic demand. What is in the perfectly inelastic demand? There is no change in demand at all, which means whether price rises, whether price increases or falls, the demand remains same. See, earlier the price was OP, this OP. Price has risen to P1, price has fallen to P2, but still there is no change in demand. The demand is same, right? There is no change in demand at all, which means this is the demand curve in the situation which I'm moving. This is the demand curve in the situation, which is vertical line parallel to y-axis. This is perfectly inelastic demand, where the demand is not changing at all, even with the change in price. Moving towards the third one. The third one that I'm talking about is highly elastic demand. Highly elastic demand, or more than unitary elastic demand, which I told you that the percentage change in demand is more than the percentage change in price, which means we observe, for an example, if there is change in price by 10%, right? And due to the change in price by 10%, but demand has, responded the change in almost more than 10%. So demand ने ज़्यादा respond किया. So that is highly elastic demand. And the other name you already know, more than unitary elastic demand. If we talk about this, suppose if earlier price was P and quantity was Q, right? Earlier price was P and quantity was Q. Now if price has fallen by 10%, what we observe with the decrease in price by 10%, the demand has increased by almost 30%. See, it is more than the change in price. It is more than the change in price. For this, we have created more gap. That demand price decreased by almost 10%. With the 10% decrease in the price, if we talk about the demand has increased by more than 10% because this is highly elastic. And in the highly elastic, I told you there is more change in demand as compared to price. So ultimately, this will be your demand curve. ये आपका क्या बन जाएगा? Demand curve. What you observe in highly elastic demand, the demand is more flatter, right? ये जितना ज्यादा डिमांड का चेंज बढ़ता जाएगा उतना ज्यादा डिमांड will more become flatter in nature. All right, this is highly elastic demand. Highly elastic demand or more than unitary elastic demand. More than unitary elastic means when the percentage change in demand is more than the percentage change in price. आप देख सकते हैं diagram that the percentage change in demand is more as compared to percentage change in price. So the demand curve becomes more flatter from left to right downward sloping, and it becomes a flatter curve, highly elastic demand. Okay, moving towards the next point, fourth point. Fourth point is about the next one, that is less elastic demand. Less elastic demand. If we talk about less elastic means when the demand changes less as compared to the price, which means price of a commodity. See, if that was the price of the commodity earlier, and that was considered as a quantity. If the price of commodity has decreased from above, see, ये कम हुआ ना, decrease हुआ. Let's suppose it has decreased by 20%, right? हम मान के चलते हैं this has decreased by 20%. ये 20% जो है decrease हुआ है. This has decreased by 20%, right? Now, if this has decreased by 20%, the price has decreased by 20%. Now, what will happen? We observe that the demand increases. The demand increases. The quantity increases by less than 20%, right? Because this is less than unitary elastic demand. The price decreases by 20% and the demand increases. The demand responded by less than 20%, say 15% or 10%. This becomes ultimately the demand curve. यही हमारा demand curve बनता है. See what you observe. This is basically steeper in nature. This curve is steeper in nature. More wala was flatter in nature and this less is steeper in nature. Why? Because the gap of change in demand is less than before. Ultimately, this becomes steeper in nature, and the more than unitary elastic demand was flatter in nature. Right? I hope this is clear. यहाँ तक clear है point. Let's move towards the last one. That is unitary elastic demand. Sorry. So unitary elastic demand, which means the change in demand is equals to the change in price. The percentage change in demand is equals to the percentage change in price. That means if the price of a commodity, right, if the demand of the commodity has increased by 20%. As a result, the demand of the commodity has also fallen by 20%, which means the percentage change in demand is equals to the percentage change in price. That gives you unitary elastic demand. ED is equals to done. So now look at this diagram, unitary elastic demand. The unitary elastic demand says price was P earlier, demand was quantity. Now if price has fallen by 20%, as a result demand increases by the same 20%. This is called unitary elastic demand, and this becomes your demand curve. Ultimately this will become your demand curve, right? I'm just drawing the demand curve with. So ultimately this will become your demand curve, which is a basically rectangular hyperbola. This is considered to be rectangular hyperbola. Why it is considered to be rectangular hyperbola? Because take any point. If you are taking this point, then from any point there will be a same change in. Suppose I am taking this point L. So from L, the area from the both of the axes to point L, that will be same as another point. Take R, yani ki the area from L and area to R would be same, any point on the curve. That's why it is considered to be rectangular hyperbola. So these were the 5 degrees of elasticities of demand. 5 degrees of elasticities of demand. Is it clear till now? Please show me a thumb if this topic is clear to all, so that we'll move to another one. Fine. Okay. So moving towards the next point. I hope this question was clear. Now moving towards the next question. The next question is about factors affecting price elasticity of demand. This already I told you yesterday, but maybe some students have some doubt in this point, so I'm taking the recapitulation once again. Factors affecting price elasticity of demand means what are the various factors that can affect the ED or can affect the price elasticity. Which means factors which will tell us that whether there is elastic demand or inelastic demand, or would be highly elastic, less elastic, right? Elastic means change will be there in the demand. Inelastic means change will not be there in the demand. Highly elastic means yes, demand will change highly, which means more change in demand. And less elastic means the demand will change in a less manner. It will not change a lot. Right? So ultimately, we are telling about the change in demand, or there is no change in demand. So what factors are responsible for this? First factor I'm telling you is nature of commodity. Nature of commodity. When we talk about the nature of commodity, simply say that it depends on whether the product is, luxurious, whether the product is basic necessity, or the product is a comfort good. Let's talk about basic necessity first. If you say that the product is a basic necessity of product, which means if I say that the product is a basic necessity, so being a product of basic necessity, do you think change in price is going to affect its demand? Do you really think? Please type in the chat box, I want to see. Do you think if a product is a basic necessity and a change in price is going to affect its demand or going to affect its more demand? Okay, I'm getting the answers in the chat box. Ishita, no change in demand. Kush Patani, no. No. Nilima, no elasticity. Shika, no. So Dushyant is saying no. Anurag Das, no. Anurag Das, very good. Anurag, you started giving me answers. That's good. Samay, no. Sameer Goel, no. Abhay Bansal, no. Khushi Arya, no. All right. So ultimately, I'll simply say that if the product is a basic necessity, then definitely a change in price is not going to change its demand because I need to buy that. Take the example of medicine. आपने देखा होगा ना, पुरानी मूवीज देखी है, कभी क्या होता है, माँ बाप की जान बचाने के लिए जो हीरो होता था वो चोरी करता था, माँ बाप की जान बचाने के लिए हीरो डाकू बन जाता था, माँ बाप क्योंकि बीमारी में है उनकी जान बचाने के लिए हीरो इतने एक्शंस लेता था. क्यों लेता था वो? क्योंकि उस टाइम पे उसके माँ बाप के लिए वो मेडिसिन बेसिक नेसेसिटी थी, और बेसिक नेसेसिटी मेडिसिन खरीदने के लिए डेफिनेटली उनको पैसा देना पड़ेगा, राइट। अब वो पैसा देना पड़ेगा, अब वो पैसा देने के लिए जो है डेफिनेटली जरूरी है कि पैसा होना भी चाहिए। अब पैसा नहीं होता था तो पैसा नहीं होने के लिए वो क्या करते थे, वो चोरी करते थे। तो कहीं ना कहीं whatever you need to do for purchase of that particular necessity, your demand will not be affected. Example of comfort, or example of luxurious goods: AC, DVD player, refrigerator, right? If you have or a luxury car let's say for example, so if a price changes, it will directly impact its demand also. Definitely, if a price changes, there will be change in the demand also, and elasticity will be more. Elasticity will be more. That means there would be demand would be elastic in this case. Nature of commodity is the first point that we talk about, but how the demand would be dependent. That if a product is a basic necessity, demand will be inelastic. But if I say if the product is a luxurious, definitely demand will be elastic in that case. Now, what will happen in the case of availability of substitute? Can anybody tell me? Please raise your hands. What will happen in the case of availability of substitutes? Whether the demand would be elastic in this case or inelastic in this case when we are talking about availability of substitute. You can raise your hand. I'll ask from you. Ambika Mota, want to tell? Ambika, you can speak.
Sir, it will be elastic.
When it will be elastic?
When there is availability of any substitute, it will be more
Okay.
elastic.
So that means if we say there are availability of substitutes, demand will be more elastic. And if the substitutes are not available, we can't switch to other products. That means at that time, definitely demand will be inelastic. So if a single product prevails in the market, demand might change, right? If there are many substitutes available, if one commodity changes, definitely there will be change in demand as well. So there will be more elastic demand. Perfect. So moving towards the next point, that is income level. Suppose if income level is high, my income level is high, which means I'm earning a handsome salary. I'm earning, my income level is good. So do you think a change in the price of a commodity is going to affect my demand? Write in the chat box. Do you think that change in the price of the commodity is going to affect my demand? Or I'm getting answers no. Very good. Definitely no. Because elasticity of demand for any commodity is generally less for higher income level group, right? But in comparison to people with low income, definitely the elasticity is more. Because if I'm earning less, then a little change in price in a product will also affect my demand. Why? Because I need to, my purchasing power will be less. If my income is less, that means my purchasing power is less. I would be purchasing less commodities, few commodities only. In that case, I need to take care of what commodity I need to buy up. Sure, and postpone. All right. Next point, level of price. If I talk about level of price, which means whose level of price is already low, of any inexpensive like needle, like matchbox, which hardly cost you rupees 4-5. Do you think if that 4-5 becomes 6 or 7, then you will stop buying that? Or demand will be changed? Do you really think so? You can type the answer in the chat box. No, no, no. Perfect. Ultimately, answer is no. Because if already price level is low, that means there is an inexpensive product. You can easily afford that. Why you will change the demand? But if the price level is high for a product, for example of laptop, cosmetics, AC, washing machine, right? In that case, definitely there will be a change in demand. The demand elasticity of demand would be high in that case. Next, see postponement of consumption. Postponement of consumption. if you can postpone the commodities, consumption of goods, if you can postpone, कि चलो कल खा लेंगे, परसों ले लेंगे, next month ले लेंगे, next season ले लेंगे, their demand is elastic. But if a good is such, you can't postpone its consumption. Medicine, if you want to have, if it's prescribed you, you have to get it. The demand would be less elastic. All right. Then, number of uses. Next point, number of uses. If you see, commodities of several uses. Example of milk. The milk can be used for several purposes. Like milk can be used for making butter, for drinking, for making tea, coffee, for making curd, for making, ghee. It can be used for various purposes, several purposes. Then its demand will be, what will happen to its demand? Its demand will be elastic and inelastic. Of course, its demand will be elastic, because if its price rises, then I will restrict its demand to the most main purpose. Or suppose giving it to the child only for drinking or for making up of tea only. But if I say that the product has only one use, the demand will be less elastic, because if you want to use that, you will use that. Right? Share in total expenditure. If while making the budget, a product is there whose share in the total expenditure is low, needle or matchbox hardly cost you rupees 10, budget 5,000 rupees per month, and if it becomes rupees 15 also, then also you will still buy that. But if a product has a high total expenditure in your budget, for example, desi ghee, which costs you 600 rupees per kg, right? And if it becomes 700 or 800 rupees per kg, maybe you are going to buy less this month because it has become costlier. Or any other type of product can also be there. So if a product has more share in the total expenditure of the budget, there will be more elasticity. If a product has less share in the total expenditure, there will be less elasticity. So I hope this is clear to everybody. Now almost 80% of this chapter also we have covered, that is elasticity of demand. All 3 questions of this chapter have been cleared. Now we are left with only the numerical question of elasticity of demand, which we will start in tomorrow's class. All right. So if any doubt, you can just WhatsApp me, or you can ask me here also. Abhi, will definitely give you reply for the doubt. And now I'll be. Any doubt? Just tell me now. Any doubt? Please don't leave till I say, because I need attendance also side by side. When you join and when you leave, don't leave till I say to leave. Because when you join in the class, you are more in number. When it's about to leave the class, you have to leave the class. Okay. Harshita, the income. Wait, Harshita, I'm just replying on your doubt. But sir, if income will increase, then it will affect demand, as we will demand for more items. Yes, of course, Harshita. If income will increase, the demand for more normal goods. That must be normal. Aaron Bansal. Okay, Rakesh. Yash Sharma. Does elasticity have any role in GDP? Yes, yes, definitely elasticity has a role in GDP. You will study in class 12. Hyperbola. Hyperbola is a point, any point on the hyperbola curve, the area of both axes is almost same. Now less than 1 minute is just in the meeting. It will automatically. Nilima, example of perfectly elastic demand. I told you, trend and fashion. Where even without change in price, you may buy more products which are in